Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and play the neighbor.
Right.
Yes, sir.
You live next door to the home.
Yes, sir.
I talked to you earlier. Can you tell our viewers again what happened?
I went to McDonald's. I came home. I meet him at McDonald's. I got the day off from work, so naturally you're doing nothing. And I hear this girl screaming, and she going nuts. So I come outside, and I know there's nobody that's supposed to be screaming next door to my house because there's no girl that lives in that house. So that's a dead giveaway to something wrong. And when I came to the front door and looked at her, she said, "My name is Amanda Beard. Please get me out this house." So I'm thinking, whatever. So I helped her get out the house. I ain't thinking that you really that girl that's missing. You've been gone for so long. You think you lying. And she called the police, and they came, and they took a fingerprint sample of her, blood sample, and it came back. It was her. And then she said it was 2 more girls up in the house. Now, I don't know this. I just helped her move out.
You're correct. It was Gina DeJesus was the other one. And then a woman named Michelle Knight. So you've been living next door to that house? Had you known there were any people?
No, because I'd have pulled this heroic stuff last year.
Okay. Thank you for restraining yourself. But so you realize who it was, though. Once she said her name, you recognized the name.
Yeah. And then I walked down the street and I told my neighbor Anthony, and I said, Anthony, me and Anthony talked about this last year. But he told me I was paranoid because I just moved on the street, and I told him something wrong with that house. He told me just leave it alone, Chuck, and see what happened.
Did you know the person that lived there?
Yeah, we all know him. He a good
Don't say his
dude.
name.
No,
but do you know him?
Yeah.
But you thought he lived there by himself?
Yes. Yes. That's what I'm saying. To hear some noises come next door don't make no sense because I know you live there by yourself.
And police took him into custody?
They said this is what I heard. They caught him at McDonald's because what I did was gave him.
Or Peggy Sinkovich said the same
I
thing.
gave them the description of the car that he was in.
Okay.
And I guess he drives a blue Mazda Miata. That many of them.
Okay. I think our Peggy Sinkovich just confirmed that as well earlier. Okay,
Kevin,
Bill,
can you hear me?
All right.
This is what's really amazing is I knew. I was just told. Everybody told me I was paranoid. I knew there was something wrong with that house. That is the gift of fear. Every time. You know what? I thought, but that couldn't be. I should have listened. My little dog Peppy, he knew. Yep. It's the gift of fear. It is a gift given to each of us. Do you remember when I have said in the past, there's going to come a time when you're going to hear, stop, turn around, go the other way. Do it. It's not just stop, turn around, go the other way. If you feel there's something wrong, you should follow up on that. You should follow. There's something wrong here. I'm telling you, as the darkness grows darker, the light will grow lighter. Darkness is merely a shadow. The one can't grow without the other. And so the light will become lighter. Your senses, if you work on it, your senses will become stronger. I'll tell a couple of stories tonight on TV about this. Let me tell one just quickly here that I was on. I was in the NRA this weekend, and I'm standing in, or I'm not standing in line. I'm there in line, and people are standing in line for the book, Control, and I'm autographing the book, and this happens to me a great deal when we're in book signings, and I have learned long ago to follow it. And so if we're in book signings, I mean, it's really a bizarre sense. And I can usually sense in people things. Not always, obviously, but I can usually sense in people things. And Saturday, this guy comes in line, and he looks fine, and I have no idea what's going on in his life, but he looks fine. He smiles at me, and he says, "Hi, Mr. Beck, how are you?" And I said, "Good." And I sign it, and I immediately hear, "Tell him everything's going to be okay." And I'm like, I don't know, he's fine. He's fine. Look at him. He's fine. And he starts to walk away, and then I immediately start to regret, and I'm like, I got to tell. And then this woman comes up, and she starts talking to me. And so now I'm distracted, but I keep looking over at him, and he's getting around because I want to say to him, everything's going to be, but now I don't want to shout it. Hey, buddy, everything's going to be okay now. I hope that all clears up. Just a little cream on that area, and it'll all be fine. It's all going to be good.
So was it about some sort of analgesic?
I'm not really sure what it was. And so I didn't say anything because this woman was talking to me, and so I said, I'm sorry, could you hold on just a second? By the time I did that, he was out of the line, and he was almost all the way over to the escalators, which I don't even know. It's 50 feet from here. And so I had to go around the line, around the curtains and everything else, and then go out to where he was. And now I feel really stupid because as I'm approaching him, he's with two friends, and they're laughing. And I'm like, he's fine. And I tap him on the shoulder, and I say, excuse me. And he said, hey. And I said, I don't know what this means, but I just want you to know everything is going to be fine. And he just breaks down and starts sobbing. I have no idea, but I know that
certainly must have meant something to him.
The Spirit wanted him to know everything is going to be okay. The reason why I tell you this story is this guy said similar things. This guy says, I knew it. I just knew it. I would have pulled this. Did you hear? I would have pulled this heroic stuff last year. Mm-hmm. What was it last year? Last year, he says to his brother and his friends, there's something wrong with this house over there. Oh, you're just being paranoid. He would have pulled this heroic stuff last year. Listen to the Spirit. Listen to that inner voice. There is something to it. Now, if that inner voice is saying, go kill some people and then go get me a ham sandwich, that's probably not the... That might be something else. That's something else that you probably want to not pay attention to that one. But listen to it, because we're all going to need it. And it really, truly is a muscle. The more you exercise that muscle, the better it is.